7:55 express for Bradley will be leaving in 5 minutes from platform 3. The 7:55 express for Bradley will be leaving in 5 minutes from platform 3.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Pardon me, I think there is room for one more in here, is there not?
Yes, right here.
Fine. I'm so sorry to disturb you.
No, that's all right.
Thanks.
Right.
Thank you. So sorry.
What do you mean?
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, that's a funny-looking deck, man. How do you play poker with these?
They're tarot cards. You are familiar with the tarot?
I wouldn't say that, but I've seen the cards before.
Dr. Schreck, doctor of metaphysics?
The science which investigates the first principles of nature and thought.
And nonsense.
Schreck is a German word, isn't it? Means fright, fear, something like that.
The more exact translation would be terror. An unfortunate misnomer, for I am the mildest of men. However, I sometimes foretell things that are frightening.
With these?
They are the key, yes. The key? The key to what? Ancient wisdom. The tarot deck is a picture book of life. An answer to the deepest questions of philosophy and history, and sometimes a means of prediction.
Like fortune telling?
Of a kind.
What kind?
There is within each of us a twin destiny, the natural and the supernatural. The cards are attracted to the supernatural part of that destiny as one pole of a magnet attracts an opposite pole.
Supernatural part.
The strange, the weird, the unknown, the terrifying, the mysterious. At one time or another during our lives, we may, any one of us, encounter it. This deck can forewarn us. I call it my house of horrors.
How does it work?
The person whose fortune is to be told touches the cards 3 times. Then they are shuffled and dealt. The first 4 cards predict his destiny. The 5th gives him the knowledge to change it, if change is possible.
Really? Do we have to suffer all this nonsense?
There's no harm in it.
Astrologers, spiritualists, table rappers, the entire lunatic fringe. They've been exposed for the charlatans they are over and over again.
I don't know. A gypsy once told me that I was going to get an unexpected gift. And that very day, I walked under a pigeon.
The tarot deck is a serious matter. The cards predict the truth, the supernatural truth. Always.
Anybody who believes that will believe anything.
Perhaps you would like to learn your future. Just tap the card.
I must warn you, gentlemen, this is undoubtedly a well-rehearsed prelude to some shabby form of confidence trick. You can fool all these others as much as you please, Doctor, but kindly leave me out of it.
Well, how about me? Come on, I'm game.
You are not afraid.
Oh, it's going to happen to me anyway. What's there to be afraid of?
Very well. Tap the cards 3 times. I do not manipulate them. I use my hands to manipulate themselves and to present your destiny. The chariot, the high priestess, the moon, the enchantress.
Fine. Yes. Yes, you do that. I will. Goodbye. Oh, how they talk. Are you busy?
Yeah, working on the Watterson project.
Well, there's no rush for that. This letter came this morning from that Biddulph woman you sold your house to. She wants to make some major structural alterations and seems to think that you are the only architect to deal with it.
Doesn't say what alterations they are.
Does it matter? A lonely widow, rich, beautiful. You know, I'd be glad to spend a few days on that island with her myself.
Thank you, sir.
Hey. Hey, if it's no Mr. Jimmy.
Caleb, how good to see you.
Well, I didn't expect you back, sir.
Well, Mrs. Biddulph wrote and asked me if I'd give her some advice about altering the house. Is there anyone at home, do you know?
Granddaughter, Valda. Ah, Valda's the mistress here.
Upstairs, grandfather. Come in.
You were about this high the last time I saw you.
Oh, Mr. Dawson, How wonderval. I'd no idea you'd be here so soon.
Well, I was free, and naturally I was interested in the house. I'm very grateful to you, by the way, for calling our firm for the job.
Oh, Valda, will you prepare the guest room for Mr. Dawson, please? Come in here.
Doesn't seem to have changed very much. What exactly did you want done?
Well, what I want principally is to have wall knocked down to make one large room. You know, like a ballroom. Well, that shouldn't be any problem, should it?
No. No, I don't think so. But it's an old house. I'd want to examine it very carefully before I make up my mind.
Well, I thought you'd know it better than anyone else.
Yes, I should. My family lived here for centuries before I had to sell it. But still, I think I'd better look at the foundations and the walls and everything very carefully before we decide to make any radical changes.
Well, I have to go down to the village for an hour or so. If there's anything you want, just ask Caleb or Valda.
May I ask you a personal question?
If it's not too personal.
Why does a beautiful woman like yourself want to bury herself in the Hebrides?
My husband was a very wonderful man. It took me a long time to get over his death. In fact, after the funeral, I had a sort of breakdown. The doctors decided that I needed complete rest and quiet. So I came here.
Oh. And now, you've decided you want to rejoin the human race, eh?
Why'd you say that?
Well, you're having this room made into a ballroom.
Oh, that's not for entertaining. You see, my husband was an archaeologist. He had a large collection of very valuable specimens from all over the world. I intend to turn this into a sort of museum to his memory. It's a beautiful house. And you're welcome to visit us anytime.
Thank you. What was that?
I didn't hear anything.
Valda! Valda!
Yes, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry to bother you, but do you know where the key to the cellar is?
No, sir, I don't.